And moving to the next speaker, and as I see Professor Karolina Lubomirova being here with us from the Medical University in Sofia and the Faculty of Public Health, I could ask her to join the discussion, and I know that she has been also very active, for which I thank her during our first and initial event that we had last year at the end of November. So I'm very thankful for her efforts to push forward the idea in the medical university and explore opportunities for possible partnerships with Bulgarian colleagues, with UK colleagues, and join the conversation.
Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me to participate. Should I share my screen and present the programs in the university?
Yes, yeah, yes, please.
Thank you once again for inviting me. It is my pleasure to present the programs of our university, which can be of interest for UK students and colleagues. First of all, I would like to say that our university, let me see how to share.
And just before you share, as mentioned yesterday, the UK students studying medicine in Bulgaria are actually the second largest group after the Greek students in the country. There are approximately 5,000 UK students currently being involved in the medical university in Sofia and the one in Plovdiv.
Yes, I will present some statistics. I will show some statistics. Medical University Sofia is the biggest medical university in Bulgaria, as you know, and the oldest one. It has been created in 1917 as a medical faculty to the Sofia University, and later it is already a separate university. There are 4 faculties in the university: Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Dental Medicine, Faculty of Pharmacy, and Faculty of Public Health, where you will see what kind of degrees we provide. We have also Medical College in Sofia, where Bachelor A degrees are provided, and a branch of the university in the city of Vratsa, where also there are bachelor degrees in healthcare direction. There are almost 1,500 university teachers in the university, more than 10,000 students, and almost 400 PhD students. There are more than 200 professors, as you can see, associate professors, assistant professors in the university, and the total number of students enrolled are more than 10,000. The biggest faculty, this is Faculty of Medicine with almost 4,000 students. Dental Medicine is also the biggest one in Bulgaria, and also one of the biggest dental faculties in Europe, with unique equipment for individual training of each student. Faculty of Pharmacy is also a faculty with big traditions in teaching. Faculty of Public Health, with this is the number of students enrolled. And this is the faculty in the Faculty of Public Health. There are almost 2,000 students for the 4 years, and each year we have new almost 500 students. Foreign students, at the moment we have almost 4,000 foreign students. In the master degrees which we provide are medicine, dental medicine, and pharmacy. Medicine 6 years duration, dental medicine 6 years, and pharmacy 5 years training. They are regulated, as you know, regulated specialties with unified state requirements. So we strictly follow the programs. In the Faculty of Public Health, we have different specialties. Bachelor degrees, Bachelor B with duration of 4 years. There are Public Health and Health Management Master Bachelor Program, Healthcare Management, Nurse, Midwifery, Physiotherapy, Physician Assistant. These specialties with extremely, and the interest in these specialties are extremely high, because all these experts are needed in the healthcare system. That is why each year we try to enroll more and more students, of course, according to our capacity, because all these experts are needed for the health system. We also we have in the Faculty of Public Health different master degrees with duration 1 or 2 years, independence if they have already 1 master degree, or they come from bachelor or bachelor A degree. So we have Public Health and Health Management, Healthcare Management, Occupational Health and Workability master degree, Clinical Medical Care, Strategical Management in the Pharmaceutical Industry, and Medical Rehabilitation and Balneology. In the Medical College, which yesterday they had a anniversary, 180 years from the birth of the founder, the founder of this college. And they also provide training in Bachelor A degree, 3 years training in different specialties, extremely important for healthcare system as well. They are pharmacist assistants, laboratory technicians, raw technicians, dental technicians, rehabilitators, medical cosmetics and hygienic inspectors. The statistics which you mentioned in the beginning shows the number of foreign students which we have in our university. The present statistics, the latest one, is that we have students from 68 countries, and the biggest group is the students from Greece, almost 1,500, followed by British students, as you said, 600. From Germany, we have a big group of students, almost 300. Also from Cyprus, from Sweden, from, as you can see, how many students, and the number of countries increases each year with students from different countries. From almost from 3,700 students, total foreign students, 2,800 are from the European Union. All our students are able to do their practical training in the biggest university hospitals in Sofia. Also, we have a library with a very big library where students have access to different databases and different journals and online textbooks. Our students also are able to live in the dormitories. Most of the dormitories are renovated and the living conditions are very good. Also, our students have summer schools and winter schools. 2 weeks ago, we have a ski tournament in Bansk where more than 100 students participated, and it was very nice to have a balance between teaching and sport activities. Also, the students are able to go on different Erasmus universities. So we have such memorandum of understanding with many universities all over the world. We participate in many international projects. According to the statistics of the last years, our university is at the top of the national ranking system of the medical university in Bulgaria in all the directions: medicine, dental medicine, pharmacy, and public health and healthcare. And also not only the national ranking system, but also the global ranking systems show that our university is and each year we go ahead with 10 to 15 place ahead. So I think that this is due to the efforts of the research, of the teaching staff, of the researchers. We participate in different research projects, international and national. Our university is one of the 10th scientific research universities who are awarded by the Ministry of Education for the scientific achievements. And so the results of this increase in the ranking is due to the this research work and the papers we publish and the interesting scientific achievements and data we receive. All the information about the programs of the university and the enrollment requirements placed at the website of the university. We just started our enrollment campaign on Monday for Bulgarian students, and for foreign students the campaign starts on 1st of July, and all the necessary documents are available at the website of the university. So thank you for your attention. If you have any questions, I will be glad to answer.
Thank you so much. As my colleague Kate from the embassy, Katerina Simonova, mentioned, the medical university in Sofia is probably one of the most recognizable university in the country in terms of studying medicine, but also worldwide. And thank you very much for being able to be with us, also including all the different programs the university has that could be of possible interest also to what was discussed in the previous session in relation to psychologists working in psychiatric clinics, or like public health in general. I know that you also very much participate, let's say, in the training of Roma health mediators together with municipalities and with some NGOs that are doing the trainings.
Right now there is such a training, and I have a lecture next week in this program. This is extremely important program, because we see the result. It's already, I don't know, more than 10 years, and we have trained a big number of mediators, and the results show that they're very well accepted by the community, and they're really a great importance for increasing the health literacy of these people. They trust them, and they're very motivated. They study a lot, they ask questions, so we're really very happy that our faculty is able to provide such training.
Yeah, I'm mentioning this not by coincidence, of course, because I know that your faculty is involved in the program. I've been part of the lecturers in the program as well for many years, and probably for the audience to be aware, we have a lot of Roma minority groups within the country, which is also something common in the Balkans. And this program was very well minding that many of these excluded groups usually need specific health and educational and social mediators, usually people from the group people that have been educated, have passed higher education, and that are able to, as Professor Lubomirova mentioned, to increase the health literacy, especially among the group. And it's not only about sexually transmitted diseases, it's about many other types of issues that usually people from the Roma minority and excluded minority groups could be faced with, including, because we mentioned previously the ideas related to migration, it's related to smuggling of migrants, human trafficking, and so on. So there are different sessions, and now we are also trying, of course, to push forward some of these mediators to start working in hospitals, so that they could be like a bridge for such kind of excluded groups entering and having more trust towards also institutions in general. So yeah, it's really an amazing program, I think, and it has already shown results and supported the involvement of people to be included in the educational system. So it serves also as a role model for some of these people, and they see what are the perspectives. Yes, Janet, sorry.
Thank you. I've got some very basic question, and I apologize. It's really very basic question here. Professor Lubomirova mentioned it's regulated, or the medical training is regulated in Bulgaria. Does it fall under the Ministry of Health, or is it under the Ministry of Education?
Ministry of Education.
Oh, okay.
And ministry, actually the unified state requirements are according to the Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health regulates.
Right, so it means then that the Bulgarian students will be subsidized. They don't pay tuition fees.
No, they pay tuition fees. The state Ministry of Education pays for their training, but they also have one fee, which is not, according to us, very high, because the training is expensive. You know, there are not many universities that use, for example, cadavers and other. We have big halls with, and they're able to learn many things in practical. So the state actually pays the biggest part, and the students pay a small part.
And I mean, I was really astounded by the high volume of international students in your programs. Presumably they have to cover, would the public still subsidize their training, or do they have to cover fully their tuition fees?
They have to cover fully their fee.
Oh, right. What is the range of tuition fees that you charge?
The rate, up to this year, it was 8,000 euro, and from next year, it will be 9,000.
Oh, right. That's per year.
Yes.
Right. Oh, right.
So this is for medicine. This is for medicine. And for dental, for pharmacy is a little lower.
Right. Oh, we see. And is there training happening in the English language, or is it in Bulgarian?
It is in English, but they have to learn basic Bulgarian, because from third course they should communicate with patients. That is why they have courses in Bulgarian as well.
Ah, I see.
No, the training is in English, but they have to learn some Bulgarian.
Ah, I see. And what about the Bulgarian students? Do they have access to these English taught programs, or their training is solely in Bulgarian language?
Their training is in Bulgarian. If they're Bulgarian citizens, their training is in Bulgarian.
Oh, I see. From what you presented, the 10,000 students, is this both international and Bulgarian?
Yes, both, total.
Right. So roughly 60% of your students are Bulgarian and the other 40 are international.
Yes.
So that probably makes you the institution with the highest proportion of international students in the country.
I have no idea. I don't know the statistics about the other universities. But in the medical universities, the proportion is like that. In the other universities as well, in the medical universities.
Right.
Because the medical experts, there is a lack of medical experts, doctors, nurses all over the world. That is why it is normal that many students, foreign students, are interested in this job, in this profession.
It's for me, it's truly fascinating, and I just reflecting. I think that most of perhaps the most internationalized courses in the UK will be business and management studies. So the business schools in the UK will be the places that attract the most international students, whereas in Bulgaria there seems to be the medical schools, which is quite interesting. It's just different.
I think that in Bulgaria, the medicine is one of the most preferred specialties, even among the Bulgarians.
And it's highly competitive, yes.
Yes, 4 or 5 students fight for one place.
Right. Do you have any joint programs with other universities, like either any collaborative programs that you teach together? The content is co-developed with other universities.
We have just started a new project in Genium. It is an alliance of more than 10 universities, I think 10 or 12, I'm not quite sure about the number. Alliance of many European universities. So the idea of this alliance is, Ingenium is the name of the project, is to develop common projects, common teaching. Of course, now we have to compare the legislation of each country, because, for example, in Bulgaria, it is not up to now, it is not possible to do such. It is possible to do common training, but not to issue common diploma and so on. So now we compare the legislation of the countries. There are different universities in this project, medical, technical, and others. So the idea is to develop such programs, common programs, bachelor, master, and doctoral, and so the students to be able to study in different universities, and to so we have such common projects.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Any questions to Professor Lubomirova? Because if not, we could slowly enter into the center of plant and biology and biotechnology. No, but yeah, you're welcome, because yeah, I think that that's one of the professional fields which is really attracting a lot of attention, especially from the side of, as mentioned, UK students. And because you mentioned some of the fees, it's quite feasible also for Greek students, minding that most of the universities in Greece are private, and the fees there are much higher. So in a way, Bulgaria is a scene. Of course, it's a like next door country, bordering country, but still it's much feasible in terms of overall life balance. Life-work balance destination. So thank you. So yes, colleagues, please welcome to present the Center of Plant Systems, Biology and Biotechnology. I think it's something that we've been also looking forward very much. And thank you for being able to join.
Thank you very much. Do you hear me?
Yes, it's great.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kristina Vancheva, and I am a PR expert at CPSBB, the Center of Plant Systems Biology and Biotechnology. First of all, on behalf of the whole team of CPSBB, I would like to thank British Council, especially Mrs. Dubriana Petkova and Mrs. Lyubov Kostova for the invitation to be part of this really unique and very useful webinar. So thank you very much for the opportunity to present our center, as it is a new one, and it is very important for us to popularize it among the wider audience. It's a great honor for me, in fact, to present you this center, because it is the first and only for now center of excellence in the field of plant biology, in brief. It was founded, let me share my screen, sorry. So that you could see the
Yes,
technology.
it's seen. Everything it's fine. We can see the presentation.
Right. I hope it's okay now.
Yes.
So the center was established in 2017 as part of the Plant Assist project, which is a teaming project financed by the European Commission and co-financed by the operational program of Science and Education for Smart Growth. The total amount of the funding is 30 million euro, half of them funded by the European Commission mainly for human resources, and the other half funded by the operational program Science and Education for Smart Growth, mainly for the building, the infrastructure, and the technical equipment. Currently, 40 people, 40 professionals are working in the center, and the tendency is that this number will increase up to 100 people in several years. We are very proud that our scientific team is international, and we have attracted researchers from Bulgaria, India, New Zealand, Poland, Germany, South Africa, Turkey, and other countries. There are 5 partnering organizations in the Plant Assist project. CPSBB is the main coordinator. The Stefan Angel Marica Vegetable Crops Research Institute in Plovdiv, Stefan Angel Institute of Microbiology, Laboratory of Metabolomics at the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences, the Potsdam University in Germany, and the Max Planck Institute of Molecular Physiology in Germany as well. There are several strategic objectives of CPSBB. First of all, conducting fundamental and applied research, including applying new technologies, developing new vegetable varieties with improved qualities, as well as production of plant products with potential application in pharmacy and medicine. Retaining the brain drain from Bulgaria is another priority of CPSBB, as in fact it offers excellent opportunities for professional growth to Bulgarian scientists in the country, and opportunities for remuneration relevant to the European standards. The center also aims at attracting foreign researchers. As I mentioned already, CPSBB assembles an international team of scientists, in fact, with top-notch expertise in plant biology, molecular biology, biochemistry, biotechnology, metabolomics, etc. We are deeply involved in the mission of education of future generation of young researchers. We offer many internship programs and training held by the experts in the center. And in fact, many of the researchers who work here are also lecturers in universities. So we are deeply involved in this direction also. Let me present you in brief the scientific complex. It's a brand new one, as you see. The building and the whole scientific campus is, without exaggeration, unequal to scale and technology, not only in Bulgaria, but for the region as well. In fact, last year, we were awarded from the national contest for Architecture Building of the Year in the category of social infrastructure. And we're very proud of it. The research campus includes 6 specialized labs, 8 growth rooms, 20 specialized rooms equipped with top-notch technologies, 4 acres of greenhouses, 10 seminar rooms, administrative corpus, and 1 really impressive amphitheater conference hall for 300 people capacity. It is very appropriate for conferences. So in autumn this year, we are organizing an international conference in plant biology with a very impressive international presence with speakers and very proficient researchers from around 15 countries for now, from all over the world. We will also host the Science Festival organized by Mrs. Lyubov Kostova. So we are very enthusiastic about all these initiatives which will be held in our center. I would like to briefly present you the different research departments so that you could maybe more clearly understand the directions of the research that is conducted in our center. We have 7 research departments. The bioinformatics and mathematical modeling departments analyzes mainly data sets. For example, genome sequencing or primary and secondary metabolites, profile data, etc. There is the crop quantitative genetics department. It is a brand new one, and we are very proud that it is headed by a very prominent scientist from the Max Planck Institute in Germany. The main objective of this department will be to scale up the applied research on vegetable breeding in the region, and also to link with Bulgarian and international research organizations, companies, farmer associations in the field of crop science, so that it would create a network that will help the transfer of innovations to end users for the benefit of the society as a whole. There is molecular stress physiology department, which analyzes the physiological and metabolic response of crops to abiotic stress in order to enhance the stress tolerance and resilience of socially important crops. The plant cell biotechnology department analyzes the plant biochemistry in search of plant metabolites and plant molecules of high value, which could be potentially applied in medicine and pharmacy. Plant development department analyzes the crosstalk between developmental, hormonal, and stress-related signaling pathways in plants. Last, plant metabolomics department, the researchers in it analyze the metabolite pathways in vegetable crops by applying cutting-edge spectrometry methods. And last but not least, our vegetable breeding department, the researchers in it work in close partnership with the Maritsa Vegetable Crops Research Institute in Plovdiv, and they all develop breeding lines, hybrids, and new vegetable varieties with improved qualities. The partnership with academic institutions is of great priority for us. We have an accreditation for educating PhD students in biotechnology. Currently, we have several PhD students as part of our team. They develop their education here, and they also work on international PhD research projects. We also partner with universities and high schools for training and educational projects. We are a partner of the Erasmus Plus Youth Exchange Program. Currently, we have one intern, one girl from Spain who came last week, and she will be part of our team for the next 3 months. For the more, maybe 2 or 3, I'm not so sure, maybe 3 students will come also from different countries here soon. So we're deeply involved in this as I mentioned, many of our scientists who work here are lecturers in the university in the fields of molecular biology, project management, biotechnologies, biochemistry, molecular genetics, etc. The internship programs and education of students is another priority for our team. We offer opportunities for internships. We have several memorandums of understanding with different schools, high schools and universities throughout the country and abroad. We often host regular student visits and lectures in our labs and scientific campus. We also welcome foreign students for educational programs. And we are a partner of the international campaign European Researchers' Night, which aims to bring science close to the society and inspire young people to choose scientific career in future. The PhD and postdoctoral projects, as I mentioned, we have an accreditations for for educating students in biotechnology. We also attract international postdoctoral researchers in Bulgaria to work on challenging projects. Recently, for example, a highly proficient Bulgarian postdoctoral researcher returned to Bulgaria and became part of our team. So he will work for the next few years with us, and we're working on a very challenging research project. And we hope that after that, he will continue working with us and remain in Bulgaria. And we are very, very proud that 2 young postdoctoral researchers at CPSBB were awarded last year from the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences for their scientific work. So we are very proud of our researchers, and we are proud that we have attracted them. In terms of the potential partnership between UK and CPSBB, we will be very glad, and we are always open for partnership with UK universities and academies. And we will be very grateful if you could help us with this, with the contact and all the connections we need with them in terms of potential development of mutual master and postdoctoral programs, internship programs, and educational programs and know-how exchange programs as a whole. So this is from me. Thank you for your attention, and I'm here to answer your questions if you have some. With me, I have the project manager of the CPSBB who will help me if I cannot answer to your specific questions. So I'm here to answer.
Great, thank you for being very concrete, also in terms of what kind of partnerships you're looking forward to, and your work is amazing. And even though it's something quietly new in terms of establishment, there is a really great potential, and minding it's very much also linked to the colleagues from the private sector and not only. I believe that some quite interesting programs could be set up, and your whole organization could be also like a hub.
Yes.
In the middle of the country, in a way, for gathering up different professionals, and also, of course, being a place where young specialists could be trained. So it's really an amazing place, and offering a lot of opportunities, and it's quite innovative, it's quite contemporary and modern. So, and I think it's also quite flexible in terms of the way it is established. So it's really an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you too.
In terms of the fact that you're actually partnering to the Science Festival, which is amazing, and also minding how close to the heart the festival is for us, and minding that we have the program manager of the Science Festival also being part of yesterday's, but also today's sessions. Yeah, I think that there might be some questions from their side as well. So yeah, anyone who has something to comment or discuss, you're please welcome to share.
Hi, can I chip in? I wanted to ask Ms. Vancheva a question, but actually she answered the question. But nevertheless, we are so happy that such a center, such a place as Plant Assist exists in Bulgaria and Plovdiv at that moment. We found the home of our first Plovdiv Science Festival at Plant Assist. We had the chance to visit the building and the site, very modern building, very well equipped. In not only the building, but the site itself with the greenhouses and all the other buildings that are required for the research and the work of the researchers there. I was surprised, given that the center is brand new, that you have already a doctoral program accredited. Great job. I saw in your presentation that you have planned to sign some memorandums with universities or other educational organizations about new programs, probably master programs or doctoral programs. So my question in that case would be, do you have some plan about the topics, but the specialties where you seek such a collaboration? And could you seek this collaboration with some of the UK universities?
So I will give the floor to our project manager, Vasil Kolev, who will be able to answer you more in detail about all this.
Hello, everyone. We already have not memorandum, it's a partial contract written with the Agricultural University for master's programs. And we will have joint program, and how to say, half of the program will be taught in the Center of Plant System Biology, half of the master's program will be taught in the Agricultural University. And here they will study molecular stress physiology and bioinformatics. This will be the two topics which will be studied here in the center for the master's programs. Also, we have good specialists in biotechnology. So any type of this curriculum could be developed. So we are open in not restrict from basically we were not restricting ourselves with something concrete, but anything in the plant science, I think we can offer some curricular programs about that. And not only master's degree, we can do the doctoral degree, also the PhDs, and also we have several colleagues which came from actually one of them came from Max Planck, Germany, and we are using helping all of them to write projects to Maria Skłodowska Curie programs, RHR programs, especially the last scientist which came from Germany. He was granted an RHR project. So this is one of the ways also to invite scientists to work with us, and they come with, let's say, with benefits, which helps them and us. So in the way, we're open for everything in the plant science.
Thank you so much. Plant science is fundamental, at least two big areas as foods and pharmaceutics are depending on plant science. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. And also, I'm not sure if you participated during the first session of today, minding its economics and finance, but we saw that there are some emerging programs within the Bulgarian Stock Exchange, including a lot of companies that are developing different products in relation to plant science, to let's say cleaner foods based on plants or cosmetics. And I think there is a lot also to find in terms of collaborations with such kind of programs. And I would be glad to facilitate whatever is needed in terms of it's also facilitation, but it's also brainstorming of possible ideas where could the programs be further developed. So I would be glad to support the work. Amazing. And it's also a wonderful place where you're situated for all the scientists coming there. I would be glad to visit you myself.
You're always welcome to visit and see it in real.
Yeah, thanks.
All of you.
Thank you. And we will definitely exchange the contacts with all the participants, minding that there were some very concrete UK universities and colleagues that were interested in the work that you're doing. So we'll be glad to exchange the contacts.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so probably some final comments and questions, not only towards the main participants and colleagues, but also if there is something that you would like to share some more regarding the programs that you have, or some other comments that could enrich the discussion. Minding we're more or less coming to an end regarding this session and the series of specialized webinars. I'm really glad if all this has been useful and enriching and giving some ideas. I see the colleague actually from the AgroBioInstitute, so yeah, I didn't actually realize that you were able to make it to the session. Oops, somebody is having their mic. Okay, great. Ms. Atanasov.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, our scientific secretary from the AgroBioInstitute just sent me a note that it will be good to present the institute, and I'm director of the institute. If you have time, I just very briefly could present the institute.
Of course, actually, we were waiting for you to join. So thank you for the possibility for the AgroBioInstitute, the Agricultural Academy, to join.
Okay, actually, AgroBioInstitute, it's located in Sofia.
Take your time, don't worry. I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. AgroBioInstitute is located in Sofia, and currently we have 50 employees, permanent staff. Half of them are research staff with professors, associate professors, assistants. We have license for PhD student program in genetics and plant protection. And actually our budget funding, it's come about 70% directly from the budget, some small money for maintenance, and all others come from external project, 100% of the equipment and consumable costs, which is quite a lot actually. And you know that what the Chinese says about the dinner, that you have to kill something during the day to have for the dinner, otherwise you will stay without dinner. This is in our case also. Also, our main sources of funding, European Framework Program, National Science Fund, various programs. Actually, we try to take money from different sources. And currently we have a rather big lab space, 1,000 square meter on the top of Faculty of Biology in Sofia University. And beside this, we have a second base near Sofia in town of Kostimbrod with 120 acres experimental field, also additional farm buildings. So this is as a main infrastructure. I'll not go into details about the equipment, but currently we're above average European level equipped with metabolomics and genomics research, and also recently with additional research for plant, for environmental analysis. Just very briefly, but this explains why we are situated in such type of research. Actually, in the beginning, research, the institute was established as an Institute of Genetic Engineering in 1985. The reason was that at this time, the government, socialist government, decided, although Bulgaria is agriculture country, we are somehow miss biotechnology part. And for, let's say, 10-15 years, we mainly produce transgenic plants, genetically modified plants. And this is the way we survived the two economical crises in Bulgaria during the transition period. And we survive in two ways. One is international project, other contract research with big companies, some of them European, most of them was United States company. Even in this period, we were member of De Montfort University in UK. Probably some of the English British participant know this the first attempt to make international university. We were the first branch of this university at this time. And
they were participating in the webinar actually.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And 2001, two things happened actually. 1999, we became Center of Excellence in Plant Biotechnology. It was program of European Union, and everything looks really fine at this moment till 2000, 2001. Two things happens. 2000, the Greens was already there in Bulgaria. It appeared that biotechnology, transgenic research, genetically modified organism become really dirty word at this time, and it was really difficult to find funding. 2001, September 11, only few people really recognized it fast, but most of the United States company freeze their overseas investment, and we were cut from this part of the funding as well. And luckily, we accumulate already sufficient capacity. We changed the name of the institute from Institute of Genetic Engineering to AgroBioInstitute, and make really U-turn from our research for our plant research. And we start to build molecular genetics facility first, and after that metabolomics facility, and to go in more biodiversity, plant genetic resources, and of course application of modern omics technology in all this research. And from 2018 actually, we are a center of competence in the operational program for smart growth. And one of the main research beside the plant research, it's also valorization of agri-waste. And just very brief, once you hit the bottom and appear again, we know that we cannot put all eggs in basket. So currently our main research is plant research, but also we do quite a lot of animal genetics. Sorry for this, quite a lot of animal genetics, and also a lot of research on microorganisms, plant pathogens, fermentation by fungi, yeast, endophytic fungi. So far, we try to avoid human genetics, but we currently develop a number of research with human cell line, mainly for testing of biological activity of various extracts and substances. And just very briefly for our research, this is the old-time transgenic research from the past. For example, one of the recent research is local sheep breeds in Bulgaria. This is important for management of genetic resources. This is research, actually only few people realize that 1 kg of the most expensive raw soil, Bulgarian raw soil in the world, it's come from 3,000 kg fresh flour and 12,000 liter water after a very complicated distillation. After that, all this go in the nature, so we already have procedure to extract the phenolic compounds, which are bioactive compounds, to produce additional substances and to try to find a good client to introduce these substances in cosmetic product. Especially for the plant research, actually similar to our own research, we are just try to cover a wide range of the plant research, and we work in close collaboration with Institute of Agriculture Academy, all other universities in Bulgaria, also in Europe. And some main crop is cereals, legumes, grapevine and sunflower, and a bit research in tomato and pepper. And in this case, we just try to collaborate as a part of the large team, mainly characterization of genetic resources, marker-assisted selection, and various research in abiotic, biotic stress, phytopathology, and some environmental studies. And also some other large part of our research is related with traditional essential oil plants in Bulgaria, this oil-bearing rose and lavender, and also naturally growing medicinal aromatic plants. These are essential because currently Bulgaria share together with Turkey above 90% from the world market of raw soil, and from 2014 Bulgaria is #1 in producer and exporter of lavender oil in the world. So this research goes in many directions. And also Bulgaria is a rather big exporter of medicinal aromatic plants like a dry biomass. So currently our target is just to make a lot of selection technologies for growing of these plants, and step by step moving from natural population to semi-industrial growing of the plants and production of high quality biomass. And just a few slides, for example, grapevine, we cover the full variety list in grapevine in Bulgaria, offer services for certification of planting material, variety composition in vineyard. There's some genetic mapping, QTL analysis, which are just modern type of research. Lavender, recently we have a first lavender genetic map. It was not established for the moment. Also some genetic resources, essential oil research. Rosa damascena, we have more than 20 years already research in this field with full scale genetic resources research, metabolomics, and recently also with mapping and accelerated breeding. Some, for example, other type of research, it's cereal research in cereals, maize utilization of nitrogen in soil, some QTL research, for example, also phytophthora research. There are really plenty of research. Most of this is plant science, but also we do quite a lot of research in animal genetics as well. And I'll stop here just to say that actually we're quite well connected, both European Union and other countries, Japan and United States as well. With UK, there are a number of connections. Most of this is based on the joint project. From time to time, we have mainly postdoc for 3 to 6 months in the institute, but it's also related with mainly with some particular projects and programs. We are part of Erasmus+, but In this case, it's a just short-term visit. In most cases, it's good for contact, but for real research, probably 3 to 6 months, it's minimal time to have a joint research. But as I say, our budget comes mainly from international and national projects, so we're open, of course, for any type of collaboration with UK. Thank you. If you have some question, I'll be glad to answer.
Thank you so much, Professor Atanasov. I had the pleasure to be in the AgroBioInstitute, as you mentioned, on the top of the biology faculty of the Sofia University, and it was a very impressive experience. I mean, I'm not a biologist as background, but it was still quite impressive, and I've met with most of the researchers, and you're doing a great, really great work, and I think that there could be a lot of possibilities for different science researches and yeah, transnational education programs that are more flexible in terms of research. But as you mentioned, it's still time is needed, so there needs to be some minimum time of for the collaboration in order to really have an effect on the overall work.
Yeah, it's true, but we're open to any possibilities to collaborate various institutions. Actually, part of our staff, at least probably 10–20%, already passed some postdoc in UK university. I was in Manchester, say, more than 3 years, so we still keep our connection, and we try to use it and to valorize the connection as well. So it's a constant job.
Yeah, thank you. And are there any questions from the audience? Okay, so thank you once again, Professor Atanasov, and dear all, actually we're coming to an end of this session, and this webinar subject-specific sessions that we've been organizing as a second part of our TNE strategic program for possible partnerships to be developed between the UK and Bulgarian higher education institutions. This time we're focusing more on the different economic and subject fields also of interest for universities, the fields that are of most demand from the side of higher education institutions, but also from the business sector. And I'm also very glad we have the possibility to communicate with different types of organizations during the different sessions. As mentioned previously, we'll be sharing contacts with you. We'll be sharing, of course, the presentations and the recordings on the landing page of the program. I would really like to thank Janet Ilieva from Education Insight and my colleagues Ivailo Slavov and Lubov Kostova, former British Council colleagues, the three of them actually, and just probably ask Janet if you have some words to end up the webinar session, and of course I'll just come up with an announcement of what follows.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dobby. It's been a real delight to be part of this webinar series, and I very much hope this is the beginning of a new initiative. Just observing the trajectory of the UK transnational education, I think most of the effort has been on the core EU 12 member states, and not much activities have actually happened with the newer accession states, although I mean they joined 20 years ago, but we still refer to them as the newer accession states. So I really hope that this is a significant change in that direction. I can see a lot of similarities and so many opportunities for collaboration, and the most important one is there is a strong will on both sides. So as far as the British Council can provide a space, the meeting space for safe engagement, and all the parties that are meeting in that space, they're all reputable and credible institutions. It's almost we're kind of bypassing the due diligence stage, because these are all highly ranked institutions on both sides. The levels of experience in TNE is obviously varied, as the survey that I alluded to yesterday suggested. The area where the Bulgarian institutions need the most support is lack of experience in double and dual degrees and other forms of transnational education programs. But this is an area where the UK institutions obviously offer decades worth of experience. So I think as far as the conversation continues and we carry on talking to each other, I will remain very positive and optimistic about the future developments under this program. I'm very grateful to everybody who joined us today. Thank you very much, and I hope to be in touch soon.
Thank you, Janet. And yeah, definitely we'll be continuing to provide, as you mentioned, the safe space, because it's also a matter of, as one of the participants mentioned earlier in the sessions, it's a matter of also trust between the partners. It's about getting to understand the different programs, to understand the vision and objectives of each of the partners. So yeah, we'll definitely be keeping up the momentum and the energy, and we'll be definitely involving also the relevant partners, not only, of course, the embassy, which stands with us on this program, but the Ministries of Education and Science, the relevant accreditation institutions in both Bulgaria and the UK, so that we make sure that we could, as also discussed with you yesterday after the sessions, probably find out some pilot ways to a little bit fasten the whole joint program ideas, and see if we could pilot some possible programs together between the of course interested institutions, higher education institutions, and probably even propose some ideas to the participants, because yeah, maybe at some point some of them didn't even have an idea how they could, you know, further develop their programs. So we'll be open for that, and we'll be expecting also to have the possibility to also organize face-to-face meetings, because I think that at some point it's also very important for different participants to meet each other, and we'll hope that we can do that at some point in the autumn period. Before that, of course, we'll be facilitating some more interactions, and hopefully there could be some interesting outcomes and meeting discussions that will be face-to-face. But yeah, please follow the news on the landing page, and of course I'll be keeping everyone up to date and sharing the information through the provided contacts. So thank you. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Here it's like early afternoon, but I suppose the UK participants are ready for lunch. It's probably 12:30 exactly lunchtime. So thank you for joining us a bit early for you today, but I hope it has been useful, and we'll be meeting each other soon, online and offline as well. So Thank you. Have a great day. See you.
Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thanks.